Hello everybody, welcome back. Welcome back to Durance. We're getting ready to pick up some scenes. While on the break, I realized I've left out a detail that I mentioned that we were going to do at a later time, and the later time was supposed to be before the break. So in the book, there is a couple details about the planet and the colonial structure, sort of like fiascos, like items and locations and objects and kind of stuff. We selected during the break a rock melter for sale on a black market, a thick book marked official use with onion page maps with tunnels, and we picked a location called the Sinking Palace. None of this stuff has any details associated with it. It's kind of there as items or things to pick up if we need to have a cool little detail or something about that to help us frame some scenes, which is what we're gonna be doing in this part of the game. Since I am the facilitator of the game, it is recommended that I am the guide first. And what a guide is the person who's going to be setting up the question that's going to be answered in a scene. For the first scene, I think I want to do a scene. So scenes don't have to be done in chronological order. I think just the scene that I want to do is something between Sergeant Tim Marr and Rogan Kilch.
Great.
I think the scene that I want to do, the question I want to answer is, did Tim Marr testify at Rogan Kilch's trial? So, I think where the scene will take place is sort of like the makeshift courtroom that's been built in the actual Port Job. The courtroom would be below ground, kind of near the administration offices and stuff of like the governor and stuff. So I think at this point, I think Viola is presiding as judge over this, or maybe I should come up with a name for a judge advocate, because they would probably be presiding over it. There's somebody that Viola assigned. Yeah, I like that idea. So I'm gonna come up with a quick name about this guy. I have no idea what he actually is or what he says. His name's gonna be Hammer.
Hammer.
Hammer Wills.
Hammer Wells.
Or Hammer. Yeah. Hammer Wills. Judge. Don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but so Hammer Wills and Viola orders Hammer Wills to preside over this hearing and basically court-martialing and punishing of Rogan Kilch here.
Are you gonna play Hammer?
I'll play Hammer. So I think we see Rogan in so like your standard courtroom setup. You have the defendants on one side, you have the prosecution on the other. We see Rogan is captured and sitting at the defendant's table. Is Rogan defending himself or herself?
Herself.
Or does he have a defense attorney?
No, I think they're defending themselves.
Okay.
Because you don't get a choice. It's a penal colony.
Okay.
That's fine. This is a private authority matter.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
And she's like made to stand up like the whole time. Like everyone else can kind of sit. Who's an authority figure, like on the good guy side, but she has to stand up. She's not allowed to sit. And she's wearing like one of those jumpsuits, and no mask yet because they're
I guess our convicts have a standard uniform. They have an orange jumpsuit.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It doesn't have to be orange, but let's go with orange.
Okay. But some sort of shitty jumpsuit is what's in my head too. Okay. So I think Hamer looks a little bored with this whole jury. Like this might have been like a string of court martials and things like he has to do, and it's been a while, and he's been on the stand for a while, hearing these guys out. Um,
So, right, yeah, Rogan is like Hamer, and like really unofficially is calling him by like his first name and not like Judge Wills or whatever.
yeah.
Uh, it's like Hamer, you know this is bullshit.
You
Like-
hear like the loud gavel go down, and says it's like Sergeant Marr, or excuse me, Mr. Kilch, you will address me as Judge Wills.
That's madam to you, sir.
Ah, God damn it!
Them pronouns, though.
Yeah, them pronouns. Yeah, ma'am
But
Rogan.
you know, she like kind of like begrudgingly is like, "Well, whatever, let the judge preside," like clearly being like belligerent about it.
Yeah, it's like another outburst like that, and you'll be held in contempt of court. We have one more witness to call, that depending on his testimony, we'll put away, and proceed with the court martialing of Lieutenant Kilch. I call the court orders Sergeant Tim Marr to the stands.
So I think Sergeant Marr walks in, and he does so with a very slow gait. He's clearly got some weight on his shoulders, but he walks in, he takes the stand, and he's very upright, very official, very stern.
Yeah. Like I imagine he does like the very like stands
Yeah.
up when his name's called. He's back up, like does a quick little salute, and like
Right.
goes over to the stand and promptly does a about face and sits down. Right? Yeah.
Exactly.
I see that definitely. So it says so I think Judge Hamer goes so Sergeant Marr.
Yes, Your Highness.
For the court, please describe what you were doing on August 8th. During mission Harvest Hammer.
Sir, am I to believe that I've been cleared to speak on this matter?
Yes.
Thank you.
And yeah, I think Hamer looks to Viola, and Viola nods.
Well, we got our orders for the operation around 8 p.m. Galactic Standard. The lieutenant ordered us to take up our arms, get ready. We weren't told at first where we were going. That's not unusual. And then we headed out towards the lower levels. It seemed fine at first. We had no contact with any hostiles for the first several 15, 30 minutes. We continued to move on. The lieutenant clearly knew where we were headed. I assumed we'd be filled in when it was necessary. We continued to head down, and there was a brief commotion, and then we continued on towards the wire, sir.
Could you describe what the commotion was in further details, Sergeant?
Well, the lieutenant seemed unsure of the path, but she consulted with our book and led us further in. I'll admit that some of the younger Marines were concerned about the direction our travel was taking us. They wanted to know where we were headed.
Sure. Was this the time you were headed to the location of the hostages?
Yes, that is correct, sir.
I see. Very well. So what happened after the lieutenant led you guys to the direction of the wire, and into the base where the planter hostages were taken? In your words, sir. In your observations.
Well, we changed filters as planned, moved beyond the wire. The lieutenant was consulting her map of the tunnels, and we headed towards the location, the so-called sinking palace. Things seemed fine at first, and then before we knew it, we were looping back where we started. We weren't having any success in getting towards the hostages, and we were beginning to grow concerned. We were worried, of course, obviously, if you can get lost in those tunnels and don't have filters and supplies to make it back, the situation can become quite dire. This time, the lieutenant seemed stressed.
Is it true that the lieutenant, as far as you were ordered, had orders to recover the hostages?
So I think Tim kind of looks forward for a second, and then he turns for a moment to look at his lieutenant.
Yeah.
And
You're getting that stared.
Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, Rogan, did she actually have orders to take the hostages?
No. So the orders were to quell the uprising and fuck the hostages.
Okay, so my idea was for the scene. So out of scope, I'm kind of building this. My idea is that we're taking them to basically you were ordered to capture the hostages or deal with the threat at any cost, and you're not doing it because that the hostages are gonna die or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. That's my thought, but I'm totally willing to go this in a different direction if that's what you want. I just want to hear your thoughts on it because I know you've been quiet, and you are the lieutenant, so I feel like you would have the orders.
Mm-hmm. No. Okay, so the orders were to go to the sinking palace where they were keeping some swell hostages. And to just gas the place, kill them all.
Oh, kill everyone, including the hostages.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. I can go from there. I can.
That's stupid. That's dumb.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Great. Okay. So Sergeant Marr, please remind for the record of the court, were you or were you not equipped with M240 cyanide gas canisters?
That is correct, sir.
Made explicitly for the cyanide gas to go through breather filters.
The Type 1 orange filters, sir. The Type 2 filters carried by the Marines are impervious.
All right, thank you. So, in your military expertise, could you please describe what would have happened if Lieutenant Rogan had carried out her orders?
If the lieutenant had carried out her orders as specified, well, first I would predict watering eyes, followed by vomiting, followed swiftly by death, for all who were exposed to the gas in any appreciable concentrations.
Sure. Would have the rebellion been quelled? Is what I'm getting at.
Absolutely, sir. At least all those in the vicinity would have died, and we had reason to believe that there were a number of notables in the area.
So, according to your testimony, it is fair to assume that Lieutenant Rogan Kilch refused to quell the rebellion.
That is correct, sir.
No further questions.
Banging on the thing.
Boom.
And rattling your chains.
Awesome. All right, and then you get demoted, Lieutenant Rogan, and you get sent over to the. Nice. Cool. All right, that's my scene.
Oof.
Okay, so who has the next? Who's guy next?
We should probably just rotate. Does anybody have a particular strength and want to be the guide for the next scene? They know where they want to take it.
But The dice triangle.
Yeah, but that's if you're unsure of how the scene should end.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. If there's uncertainty, like when the outcome of a situation is obvious or necessary, either fictionally or thematically, it's always best to just trust your instincts and go with it. However, if there's certainty, then we can use the dice below that we rolled before to help describe this sort of power of servility, savagery, and our belief, which was freedom, to help determine how the outcome should happen.
Yeah, in that case, I really felt like everything for Tim was going towards, getting clear testimony, and it was also a flashback, so we know that.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't want to start challenging somebody's oath just yet, although like that will happen. I just wanted to set up some cool scenes. So like we know that they rebelled to the sinking palace. We know that you guys have gas grenades and stuff. Like we know like we got to see a little bit about different characters. Just establishing some kind of things here.
Cool.
Well, I suppose I have a scene that I would like to see.
Okay.
And I would like to see Prue and Dalker Waycox. And I would like to see what is the nature of their current relationship. And if that's hard to visualize, then maybe I'd like to see their most recent meeting and what happened there.
I think it was the breakout. I think that was when I stole the cache of breathing masks. Ooh, I stole a cache of the marine breathing masks.
The Type 2, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Right.
So I think this is like the night before or something, and I'm hanging out with my brother. Are we?
Mm-hmm.
This is probably. Do you think you're a former convict now, or after, or are we both convicts at this time?
Let's make me already be the emancipist and be a former convict, and we have to like meet up in like some.
Okay, yeah. So we have to meet up. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so we meet up on in like an abandoned tunnel or something beneath the Ooh, no. Yeah, we meet up in a location because Dalker has a thick book marked official use. With massive tunnels.
Yeah.
All right. So we meet up in an undisclosed location to anyone but us. And I'm sitting around. Since we're beneath the ground, we don't have to wear our masks. So I think this is also like one of the few places you can smoke a cigarette. So I feel like Dalker is like leaning against the wall, like head down in the shadows. Like, so if you're imagining, like, you only see just a silhouette of a person. Like if you're looking directly down the tunnel, you just see a cross section of a guy, silhouette. Like 1 foot on the wall, smoking a cigarette, waiting for somebody.
Yeah.
And so I think at that time probably Prue shows up, right?
Yeah, Prue is and like timidly opens the door and like peeks his head in, and maybe at first doesn't really see Dalker, but then you like drag on your cigarette and like it lights up a bit more. Yeah. It's like, oh, fuck, all right.
Late as usual, big brother.
Closes the door.
I like say that like as you're closing the door.
And he closes the door and he's like, you put that out, the shit will kill you.
And he chuckles and he's like, I don't have to worry about breathing for long, brother. I got
What's that
something.
Supposed to mean? We can make it out, Dalker.
There's a big score coming, bro. I'm gonna need your help on it.
All right. Well, what do you need?
In the morning before chow, I'm going to need you to I don't want you to commandeer a truck. I want you to distract a truck.
I don't have to I don't
I
have to
know.
commandeer anything.
No.
I'm a free person. I can own a truck.
Oh, I know. Like I'm thinking, I might need you to do this for me to commit this crime, but instead, no. I think no. I need you to flag down this truck that's going to be arriving at the complex at 9:15 a.m. It's got supplies in it that I'm gonna put them to better use.
Like what are they?
They're Mark II breathing masks.
Those are guard masks. Are you crazy?
And I look at my brother in a very like stern way. I'm like, "Are you crazy? Do you know the type of masks they give us convicts? They give us the second-hand ones. They don't give us the brand new ones. We haven't seen a brand new mask since Earthfall. Like I guess the time they landed. Like they haven't got a single shipment of masks."
Jesus. Right. Uh, he's like, I'm not. No one's gonna get hurt, right?
No, that's the beauty of it. If you distract the truck drivers, that's it. No one will get hurt. That's why. Hey, you're scot free. Just pretend that you got lost or something, or asking for directions.
Docker.
I just need 2 minutes. I need 2 minutes because while you're doing that, you'll get the attention of not just the truck drivers, but then you'll get attention of the prison looking at you, and that's all I need. I need 2 minutes of eyes not looking at us. I can do what I need to do. Look, I got a man on the inside. Look, there's a Marine I know named John. He's a good guy. I play poker with him. Trust me, we can do this.
And he's like, yeah, you play poker with Marines, right? And he like,
look, man,
feels in his pockets and like
this is
like,
me
right.
trying to get rich, bro. This is, and he grabs you by your your shirt collar, and he's like, this is a matter of life and death. Like, you know Hermie. Hermie's dead. Like, his breathing apparatus failed in his sleep. Dead. Come on, I'm not going out that way. I'm not going out that way. Come on, just do this for me, brother.
Just don't do anything stupid. And like kind of begrudgingly gives in. But he gives you like a pack of cigarettes.
Oh, yeah, okay. It's like,
Wait,
you give me cigarettes? I feel like I would give you cigarettes as like a thank you.
Maybe it's like the
oh, maybe we both like look down and give each other and we just laugh and we're like and we put our cigarettes back.
Yeah. And
awesome.
Prue gets a good look of a book that you have in your other hand.
Oh yeah, it says official use on it.
All right. So he'll agree to it as long as
you're willing to help me.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice. Good scene. So I think that was an answer.
Yeah.
I think that's definitely an answer. It's no contact since then.
Yeah. So that was the last time you saw me. Which is like that was probably like years or so. So like I would love to see a scene in the future of us actually meeting again and how things have changed. So, let's move to the guide over to Lavington.
Yes. All right. God, oh no, that's twice you. God. Yeah, I'm not sure where to go with this.
Yeah.
I walk into like the things I want to do is like the same player twice.
That's fine. We can make a scene what you're interested in.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
we have a very intimate cast of characters in this game, right? Like a lot of the stuff isn't filled in. If you want to like make somebody to fill in, totally do it. Just make something up.
You can throw in the dimber
Yeah,
damber.
we'll flesh things out as necessary, right? Whenever you don't know for a scene, first off, think of something that you think is cool. Second of all, then just go from the cool and just make it happen. You don't have to make anything super crazy or special. Just whatever you think is interesting, even if it's something similar than just what was just happened, right? Like maybe we approached a topic that we didn't actually cover in that scene that you want a scene about, right?
I was wondering how Dimar deals with like wreckers like Irvin Jacks. Like they're refusing work. They're in like a lineup of like, these group of convicts have to go work for Viola Colton on her estate to do I don't know, like
moisture farming
thing. They're bolting screws all day or some shit. Like prisoner work, right? And like Irvin Jacks is called, but either he doesn't show or he doesn't. Actually, like maybe it doesn't have to be Timar, but it could be someone else like under him or something.
Yeah, my only concern is that both of my, I am Tim and Irvin. So
yeah. So
if you want, you can let go of ownership for a second and let someone else play him. It's fine. If you want.
You could also just be like Irvin and like it's another Marine.
Yeah, or it doesn't have to. Yeah. If you want, it doesn't have to be Irvin. It could be another wrecker, right?
Or another wrecker.
Or it could be another Marine. Like we can just make up a name and go from it.
Mm-hmm.
So we will pick. We pick one of the people we feature is one of our notables, and then we just pick a garbage character that can like.
Oh, let's do Irvin Jacks because we haven't seen him yet.
All right, let's see Irvin.
All right. I'll play the Marine then.
Okay.
I need to pick a name.
You can generate one if you want.
Monrad. Nah, that sounds. Nah, I'm pick a girl name.
Monrad.
Mitty. Corporal.
Mitty. And we want to see how Irvin Jacks deals with authority or what?
Mm-hmm.
Corporal Mitty Jacks, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, I went there. Because why not? It's a one shot, so let's do it.
She a sister? Have we been here long enough for her to be my daughter?
I was thinking it was gonna be your wife, but sister is better.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do sister.
All right.
What's do you want a number? Do you want a number for Irvin? Just so I can put it.
Yeah, give me that number.
No, I thought I was asking you that for you to give me one. The number that you want Irvin to have. This is his prisoner number.
0002.
Okay. Cool. Do you have any guide? Do you have any particular location you want the scene to happen? Is this something like in the morning when people are getting rounded up for work? That's what you said, right?
Yeah, so it's probably in like the convict village, the hovels.
Mm-hmm. On the surface.
Maybe they're just like raiding and they have to gather up so many. Let me look at like our stuff. I guess order is well established. So it's like these numbers have to go to do this job.
Yeah.
And like either he doesn't show or he goes to look for him. So I think like
it's a penal colony. So like you're doing labor, right? Like you have to do manual labor.
Yeah. So they're like searching for him and going to like container to container and like bash in the door and look for him. Pretty
Yeah.
much.
So I think we hear over the speakers, like we start with we start with like a maybe like a camera scene coming down over like isometrically over the camp, and we hear over like the loudspeakers. You hear like you hear prisoner 0002 report to front gate. Prisoner 0002 report to front gate. Right, and like there's no sign of him,
Mm-hmm.
and so like you see like people like wrestling around. Where
Yeah,
is Irvin Jacks?
I don't think Irvin Jacks is particularly hidden. I think he's nearby, sitting down in a chair, maybe by the side, but he's
Yeah.
not. He's not making.
You're
a
not
strong-
hiding. You're just defying the order.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I think Corporal Mitty finds you. Mitty is out. I don't want to say they look like Fallout power armor, but I think like the Marines wear like very much like a pressurized kind of suit kind of thing.
Okay.
Right.
All right.
Maybe like something like what's his name? Have you guys seen The Martian? Like the Mars suits that they wear?
I have not.
I've seen the trailer.
Okay, well then you know what the suit looks like, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. So like they wear some kind of like suit like that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I leave it up to you guys to imagine what color it is, but looks at you and it's your sister. Like you know it's your sister by by
Absolutely.
the code, but she looks at you and it's like, prisoner 0002, why have you not reported to the front gate? Like she says, like she calls you by your prisoner number and not your name.
Oh, Mitty. Mitty, you really come over here to get your old brother up to go do work. I requisitioned that suit for you.
Shit.
Well,
You
we are.
hear a deep inhale from her suit, like. Don't make me ask again. 0002.
how's that working out for you? Are the inertial dampers? You know we paid extra for those, right? Are they nice? Are they lush?
They're very.
Filters good, the air clean.
I want to say it has like a little new car smell. That's not your concern, prisoner 0002. You see that she's getting like tense, like you're eating through her, right? Like she's like on her last legs when she says this stuff, right? She's very she's not holding a weapon. I think she has probably like a baton to her side or something, like, or like a stun, kind of like what if you guys seen the new Star Wars, like the Force like thing guy, I don't know.
Yeah,
like a stun
the trader
baton,
guy?
yeah, stun baton guy. Like he probably has like one of like what, she probably has one of those like strapped to her back or something like that.
Nice.
Well, Mitty, what are we gonna do? I'm not coming with you. That's for damn sure. You know what? Why don't you just sit down? Let's just talk about old times. You know, you don't have to do this.
Failure to report to your duty station means you're resisting, which means I am authorized to use physical force, prisoner 002. I will not repeat this order again.
See, that's the key word.
Don't
Mitty.
make me resort to physical force 0002 because I will. And she's like gritting her teeth when she says it.
Will you? Will you?
I think she draws the stun thing like from her back, like, and like charges it, and she's like looking at you, and it's very very tense.
Flips it around a bunch of times.
And it's like very tense, and like you see it like the electricity on the edge of it like sparking, and like she like revs it up. And I think at the last, like she's like getting ready to hit you, and then she's like turns it off. It's like, God damn it. And she gets like probably like down on like one knee to you, and like because since you're like sitting down and she was standing up, right? Like it's very much like a authoritarian like cinematography where now like you guys are like level, and she gets down on one knee and she's like, Why won't you do this? You know what they're going to do to you.
Yeah, they can't kill me. At least not until the ship gets here. And besides, well, Viola likes to keep me around. She likes to point me out, show everyone just how far you can fall when you don't stay in line.
So good. She looks at you and says, brother, do you really think that when they get here they're gonna side with you? You're not making this any easier. If you just agree with them, they might show you some leniency. But please, brother, give up your hope of a fair trial. It's never going to happen. There's no heroes coming for you.
Oh, I gave up on that a long time ago. I'm not waiting for a hero, Mitty. I think that...
Then why won't you obey?
There are things more important than your life, Mitty. There are things more important than following orders. I mean, look, you're here now. You're not beating me to death with the baton.
Yeah, and that's family. And why won't you do that for your family? Why won't you follow orders for your family? I don't want to see you killed. I don't know what I would do if my brother dies.
Mitty, you make this hard on me, but every other convict here is someone's family. And every time the authority clamps down harder, every time they sentence someone else to death without fair trial, that is someone else's family. And I can't be a part of that system anymore.
And she gets like close to you and she's like, I agree the system's fucked, but I can't make a difference to everyone else's family. All I can do is protect my family, and you're my family. Just do this for me. I agree. I can't fix this. We are stuck. We are fucked 8 ways to Sunday. We don't have a choice, but just this once, just look out for each other. All we have left.
Mitty, you're right. We do need to look out for each other. Which is why there's something you can do for me.
What? What is it?
We don't have time. Not here. Definitely not now.
Get lost. Storage shed 4B.
I'll see you later, Mitty.
And then you skirt off, and like you hear on like the like she presses the side of her thing and says prisoner 002 not found in sector 4. And yeah, it repeats over, and she continues on her patrol.
Okay.
Yeah, nice.
Fucking that was so good. Oh my god. Yes. Thank you.
I thought we were gonna be stuck, and I was gonna have to roll between like savagery and freedom, I guess.
No, that was good. We both pled. We both pleaded really, really, really hard. That was really good.
It was really good. I liked it.
Great. So it comes back to me.
What do you want to see?
I think I want to see a scene with the governor, because we haven't had a scene with the governor yet.
Right.
I don't think we will. I think this will just be a vignette. I don't think I'm gonna. I think it's just going to be a little description of her type of power and what she does with Irvin Jax. I think that. I think like periodically, like at a random time, like when you know that you like stepped up and you kind of like in something like this is like a ramification of this action that you just did with Corporal Mitty. Well, she can't prove who did it. Like, she can't prove that it was Corporal Mitty. She's going to make an example out of you, right, Irvin? So I think this scene, what I want to see is how does Viola make an example out of Irvin, to maintain order. And so she can't kill you, So what she does is that she takes you to like the middle of camp, and like during lunch where like everyone's not working, they watch you like get escorted there by like 2 armed guards, and every single almost like a ritual, they remove your breathing mask till you pass out, and then like they order the medic person to resuscitate you.
Jesus.
And like that's what she does. Like, you know what, she does it, and you know what, she doesn't even watch it. She probably just like reads a book or something like that, or like just continues writing in her journal. Like she like just reads over the overloud. It's like remove prisoner 002's breathing mask for and she doesn't even do it in a way that's like punishing you in like a like make him pay. It's a remove political prisoner 0002's breathing mask for configuration, or you know, or like for testing, right? And like she just says it like over. She's not even present. Fuck it, she's not even present. She's in her office using the intercom while she continues to write in her logbooks.
Well, you know the Marine that's holding and removing his mask. It's got to be Tim.
Oh yeah, sure. All right, that's my scene. I just want to do a little vignette right there.
That's great.
Scenes don't have to be super hard. So, but like, you know, we just play around with time and sort of like the fictional pacing, and you know, if we're ready to do a hard scene where we actually confront someone's beliefs, then we're ready for it, because there are some rules for that. Specifically, what happens when someone's oath gets broken.
I know what I want to see, and that is I want to see Rogan Kilch and how she came into the service of the Dimber Dammer.
Yeah, that's a good. I love it. Cool. Let's do that scene, and that'll probably be our last scene before our second break.
All right.
Okay.
Sure. Do you have like an idea for the Timber Damber? Anyone?
No, but they're the ruler of the criminal universe, right? So they gotta have a cool name. Nope. Fuck it. Roll time. I'm gonna roll 5d6. Female is 1 to 3. Okay, so she's a female. 1 5 6 1.
Huggus? No, that's a male. Vela?
Yeah.
Vela Kid.
Oh, Vela Kid.
Oh, she totally named herself after Blackbeard.
Vela Kid, the Dimber Damber. I think to play the Dimber Damber, I'm going to need to get an oath. Only because I need or think of something for. So that's 2d6.
Mm-hmm.
Got a 3 and a 2, which means it's pride, and it's I will never see goodness or value in any of this. Oh, he's a fucking nihilist, or just complete cynic.
Jesus.
Okay. One way I think I could see Vela Kid is that this is all like a fucking, you know, like the jester laughing at the world. Like, this is just a huge farce. Like, this whole thing is fucked, right? And she can't help but like see that. So let's see. There's a couple questions about the Dimber Dammer. What was your crime? What was your sentence? Who do you trust? How do you maintain control of the criminal masses? I have an idea for Vela.
What's that crime?
I don't know what the crime is, but
Okay.
I know how she maintains control. I think there's drug use. I think you're able to synthesize or modulate your breathing apparatus, so like you can have like laughing gas, right? Or like you can have a sort of like a sedative added to your tanks, so like you're less stressed on that kind of stuff. And I think she has supply of that drug. What do you think? What do you guys think about that?
I think that's fantastic. and I think Irvin's going to need some for his badly damaged lungs.
Okay.
Oh god. All right.
Control of it should have the gas should have a cool name. What should be the name of the drug? I think it should be something that reminds you of home, like the feeling of peace when you return home. What's a word for that? Like nostalgia or something like that, right?
Nostalgia. Dude, I was
like homecoming. Like it should maybe something like that, right? Like that's the feeling of returning home. Maybe like Odysseus, like the voyage.
Oh, I just saw something in chat.
The Odyssey. Hearth. Oh yeah. Oh, I like it because it's probably like a smoky kind of thing, so it's kind of like fire. It smells like wood. Hearth. Drug.
Shout out to Spike Mall.
Yeah, thanks for that, Spike Mall. Great idea.
all right.
Cool. So Vela Kid. All right. Cool. Yeah. So whenever we need characters, we can just make them up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we start off in like the compound of the prisoners where they house them. Like Rogan Kilch has not been in the thing for all that long, so maybe she like looks fairly clean still. But I think that like Vela Kid shows up with like some thugs and is like, that was one of the fucking guards, and now she's with us. So it's time for payback or something?
Yeah, no, I think that's exactly what it is. It's not a she brings thugs over because it's like you're one of the guards that beat up these guys' families, right? It's like one of those kind of situations.
And
yeah, I like the idea of Vela Kid's mask is it's like gestury, like it's like smiling or like grinning.
nice.
It's kind of like I think she's kind of like a Harlequin looking kind of character, right? Like she has a sort of like that kind of like roguish vibe. The world's a joke. Kind of like almost like Mad Maxy.
So Rogan, then is still a lag, I suppose, or maybe even a wrecker, but you know,
Yeah.
like those are kind of iffy. But she looks at like the thugs and then past the thugs and like
Yeah, she's like, oi, look, there's about look at some fresh meat. Hey, and she looks at you, quirks her head, and it's like, weren't you were a guard, weren't you? Yeah, you were a lieutenant. You're that lieutenant, right? Oh, I mean, I would say I'm sorry, but honestly, I don't care. But oh dear.
And Rogan is like standing up and he's like looking past the thugs and at Vela and is like, you know who I am, and I know who you are.
Whoa. I know you're a guard. I don't know your name. Don't pretend like I waste my time learning every Marine's name.
Tell your clowns to go take a hike.
I don't tell my clowns to do anything. They do as they please. And I think at that point they all like look at each other and like grin and like pull out like one of them like pulls out like a bat and the other one has like, you know, like chains wrapped around their hands. And it's like,
yeah. Look,
I think you have the wrong impression of me. I don't lead these men. They do what they want. And I think you beat up some of their family members. I'm not gonna get in the way of this.
So Rogan is like immediately like, knocks one like straight in the face.
Oh yeah, like you just lay waste to that guy. That guy just gets completely scrubbed.
And she like calls out like his prisoner number.
Yeah. Oh yeah, even better.
His family. And it's like, I know all about that asshole. He tried to steal a fork from the fucking cantina.
Yeah, you like oh totally.
Sharp objects.
Yeah, you just completely lay one out. You do like
Yeah,
a judo like flip over on the second guy, and then like there's a third guy with a bat. He's gonna come at you. What do you do?
totally. I mean, she's going for it. She's fighting her way out.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
how do you would just you succeed and it's just left with you and Vela? Is that what we're getting
yeah.
at? Okay. Yeah, so you do you like disarm him or something and beat the shit out of him.
Hmm.
I don't like when you take these people down. Are you doing it in a You're not doing it like in a very fatal, brutal way, are you? Or are you just doing it like in an incapacitatorial way, right? Like you're just trying to incapacitate them.
I think it starts off like that, but then like a guy has a knife from somewhere, and
Yeah,
then it turns like really ugly.
yeah, right. Like they have weapons, right? And like you're beating them
Yeah,
unarmed. Yeah, like your
yeah.
life's in danger.
My
Okay.
life's in danger, so at some point I get a knife and like one of the thugs gets stabbed,
Oh,
and then
awesome.
maybe
Okay.
this pause in the scene
No,
is
no, I
like
get it. I get it. It's like, and I think Vela notices that, and she's just still standing there, and she's like, "That's not a fatal wound, you know that? Like, what are you gonna do? Like, that was a nice stab, but you know, he's still gonna live. You just shanked my my Captain Sharp.
and Rogan is like this piece of shit and like pull, pulls it even deeper and then like kicks him off the like shank
Look,
that she had.
I'm not really one for torture. I'm not really one for much of anything, but like, sure, you're pretty brutal, but I would say you might be contesting for a Captain Sharp position, but it's currently occupied. Meanwhile, I mean, my Captain Sharp is currently incapacitated and rather grotesquely perforated. But listen, if you're looking for a job could open, and I could get someone to draft up the paperwork documents if Captain Sharp stopped breathing.
I don't take orders from anyone, Vel. Especially not scum like you.
Very well. Um, I think I don't know. I'm actually failing on how to get you to how would you work with me? Um, oh, I got it. I got it. I think she'll try to just reason with you. It's like, okay, okay. So you won't be so you're not hungry for power then. What is it that you want? Do you want drugs? I can give you drugs. Do you want sex? I have anybody you want. What is it that you what is it you desire most?
She's like,
And I can make it happen.
Mar.
Tim Marr.
Yeah.
She looks it over and says, "Do you want to see him suffer? Do you want? I'm gonna need a little more. Do you want to see Tim Marr dead? Do you want to see him suffer? Do you want to see him, you know, strung out?
I want to see him die in my hands.
And then you don't have to take orders from me, but you would consider you would consider running this place a little bit. You know, I'm a very laissez-faire ruler here. As long as the drugs are in control, I have no problems. You can. What do you say?
She's like, tell your clowns to piss off, but I think maybe like we can like flash forward. And,
Oh no, like I know how I have an idea of how the scene will end if you do that. If you agree.
Right.
Well, like we can also flash forward, but like I have a detail I want to add.
I mean, like she's not really agreeing because she doesn't really want to make a deal with her.
Oh, see, I wanted it to be a deal. Okay, if it's not a deal, then
No,
don't worry about
no,
it.
no.
Okay.
But so I think what happens is that like because she beat up like 5 guys easy.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not so easy, but she made it look easy. So then like you know the other thugs show up and it's like, hey, can you show us how to fight and we'll help you totally get Timar. But it's always like this promise that just never gets there. Like there's always, you know, when Timar is working in the compound, then Rogan is like working at the same time. Like, man, we tried to schedule it and it never worked out.
I like the idea. I like the idea that you end up getting in that situational problem of being like, well, if you're not going to be my Captain Sharp formally, all of these thugs are going to be kind of like they're going to need training and direction and that kind of stuff, or they're gonna get in trouble and do dumb shit, and they end up like trying to learn from you anyways, right?
Right, like Rogan
so
almost
becomes
ends
like
up in the same position.
Yeah.
Organic Captain.
Exactly.
You're
Awesome.
the Captain Shark. Let's
Cool.
do it.
Cool. All right.
All right.
Did you want to flash forward to something? I think that's probably a good spot for us.
I mean that was it. Like
Yeah.
just like Rogan Kills like gradually becoming
Yeah.
like the de facto Captain Sharp, even though there was never a proclamation, but everyone knows.
Oh,
You know,
awesome.
with the Rogan Kills.
So good, guys. Awesome. Okay. I think we're gonna go to our second break now. It's our hour 2 has waxed and waned. So we'll be back in about 8 minutes for hour 3, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love it that you guys are out here watching, and I really just want to thank Bradley Leafington for playing with me so far. I'm having a lot of fun with this game. So, see you guys in 8 minutes.